because anytime they not even may have television, you know. I mean, not call them the olden days. I call them the golden days.
Golden, right.
Yeah.
I never made that way down, so but compared to what's happening now, I think it may be better for, bring back some of the values there.
Yeah. But we must say that technology has brought some good things as well, you know, Delvi.
That's true. That's why bring back some of the values.
Yeah.
Like to mix it then, because both of them have the pros and the other side to it. So
yeah, because
find a way to integrate the two to be,
You know, Delvi, in any time, if your ma and your pa never have a lot for Christmas, even if they could put up one leaf Christmas light, one leaf string of Christmas light, they make sure they put that up just to make the kids, just for the kids to feel Christmas. You know, I remember when we used to go to Cayo, once you hit Belmopan, and you pass Belmopan all the way through Roaring Creek and all the village there, Ontario, all the way to Cayo, on both sides of the road, going all the way up to Benke, every house light up with Christmas light. And anyone in the house you go in, they could give you a piece of cake. They used to got a rum popo, then got a lay ham right there, so, and everything. But like lately, I gone down there, and I think it was last year, and they still have some of them lighted up, you know, but not all as before. So if you can see how things are shift, you know.
That's true, Mr. T.
Yeah. And they and days are illegal, you know, want no dolly, you know.
They want tablet and iPhone and
yes, PlayStation and a lot of things, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I guess, like families, who still hold on to the value, who still put Christ first, that, as much as the kids want all of them modern thing, I think we got a responsibility to, as parents, say, make them come for understand that, some of the smaller things that matter most. We have to teach them.
Yes, because like how, just like how a lot of things get out of hand, internet get out of hand, because the internet wasn't created for all of the wrong things that people use the internet for, you know. The internet was created to do communication and make sure things easier to communicate from one end to the end, but like they got some people who use it for the wrong thing, girl. You know? Right. But you know, Satan always a jump wrong.
Yeah, all the time. So I have to start mash up, I have to learn to mash up.
Yeah, I have to mash up. But if you have to mash it too, I wonder if you got can, if you can mash it can.
Something, just mash something for now.
Yeah. I guess when the internet come out, when the internet come out and these people are doing the creation to get this communication much more easier, he must say, this looks strong, I have to find a way how I get to this. So who I want to start to target? Make I start to target the young people there, because they are the future, and if I target them and I got them covered, then I got the future covered, you know?
Just see that. So we have to start to trample him, because,
Yeah.
We can't make the future go like that.
That's true. Well, Delvi, we want to thank you once again, and, have yourself a wonderful day with the kids. Have fun, and Christmas is here, so all the best.
Thank you. All the same to you. God bless.
All right, folks, that was Delvi, all the way from San Pedro La Isla Bonita, bringing us that prayer this morning and that little conversation as a little warm-up today. And let's see if we can get the weather forecast, because the Belizeman service is going to give it to... Oh, all right, we got the general weather forecast right here. Sometimes it takes a little long to come up, but then our song is better late than never. For today, Thursday, the 5th day of December 2019, and this comes in from the Belize Met Service. The general weather forecast for today is saying generally fair conditions will prevail over the area. The 24-hour forecast, sunny today and partly cloudy to clear tonight with isolated showers over the south. The winds are blowing east to northeast at 5 to 15 knots. The sea state slight light to chop. Let's take a look at the temperatures for today. In the coast, 29 degrees Celsius, 84 degrees Fahrenheit. And inland, it's 20 Celsius, 25 Celsius, 75 Fahrenheit. And in the hills, it's 24 Celsius, 76 Fahrenheit. So, and the outlook for Friday and Friday night is for similar weather conditions to prevail. And folks, let's take a look at the astronomical conditions for today. Right here, we have low tide occurring at 11:27 this morning. That's a low tide, a high at 5:16 p.m. Another low tide tomorrow morning at 2:02 a.m. and a high tomorrow at 7:20 a.m. And the sun will set today at 5:17 and will rise at 6:09. We'd like to thank Michelle Smith at the Belize Met Service for this weather forecast right here in Orange Walk and in the country of Belize. And we'd like to thank the good Lord to have our good friend here. I don't know if he come up on ship, if he come up if a donkey bring out, if he come up on a big bird, a big bird, but today I good morning.
It's a big bird, Broadway. The big yellow bird.
That's not the donkey.
No.
All right.
Big yellow bird.
All right. Well, it's good to have
Good
you
morning.
here this morning.
And I apologize. I went to withdraw some blood.
Yeah.
And I thought that I could be here before 7, but unfortunately, you know how it happens.
I mean, just feel good when I hear you say I went to withdraw.
Oh, you think I'm money?
You got to withdraw money. I mean, you got to withdraw money. I say, well.
No, I'm broke because after I withdraw, I'm way name and.
I say, well, I eat up right now. But it's good to do that because we have to take care of ourselves, no? But a reminder to persons, somebody just sent me a text and find out, wanting to know about the funeral for Myra Alcocer. It will be at 10 o'clock this morning at the UB campus in Belmopan. 10 o'clock this morning at the UB campus in Belmopan. It feel nice and cool this morning, Pa?
Yes, it is. As a matter of fact, it is a cold front that came down.
Okay.
It's not one of those powerful cold fronts, but a cold front nonetheless. And you see, as I always tell people, good morning before anything else. As I always tell people, it could be a powerful storm coming down, but it doesn't reach us because the way the winds take it, it goes directly across the USA instead of down towards Florida.
Yeah,
You understand?
true.
So some of them, and that depends on the jet stream. The jet stream has plunges south, then there's a higher probability that we're going to be getting the cold.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't plunge south, then we just vientecitos, las colitas, really does. And this is what happened. Ezekiel was a very powerful storm.
Yeah.
But the jet stream, when it came down south, it did not come down sufficiently south. So, and it went back up before it went any further south. So, rather than bringing the cold down to us, it pulled up a lot of the moisture from the Gulf, and that is the reason why the northeastern seaboard is covered in snow.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times that so early in December that so much of the USA is covered in snow at this time.
Yeah, because if you may check out last week for the Thanksgiving, millions of people couldn't travel because in the States, like the snow was so strong. They got a lot of accidents, them big rigs, and so the turnover, airports, they have flights can't go out. They even had a flight that was going up with a family and it came down, and most of them lost their lives as well. You know, so one don't think we know to live here good that believes and appreciate what we got. You know, when we rain, it come for 4 or 5 days.
That, oh, I want to see snow. I
want
to see snow. I want to see snow. And they envy people that live in the States because they have snow. We don't have snow. Well, tell you what. It's beautiful. I will agree with you. It is beautiful the first day. It is lovely. You spend your day all by the window, and you come out and you touch it and you fluff it, and it's beautiful. and the next day it's gone, and it's pretty. It melts away and goes. The problem is when you have these snowstorms where the snow accumulates so much that you can't take out your car out to the garage, where at the end of the day you can't come out to your house, where at the end of the day you have to actually take off the snow off your roof because or else it is going to come down with your roof. It's so heavy. You have to clear out the way, your pathway, because it's blocking your what you could. So you have to pick up a shovel and do it. Nobody's going to do it for you. It's in your yard. So
Yep.
a lot of work comes with snow, a lot of work. And a lot of people get hurt shoveling snow. They think that it's easy job. Hell no, it's not easy job. It's just like you're paddling, you're shoveling cement. It's just the same thing because it's just as heavy.
And one of the shovel that they in the cold as well. The best you could enjoy the snow, that what we do, you see it on TV.
Or have a one night thing and fly in one day and beautiful snow. Yeah. Thank you very Lord. I got to experience and come back the next day. But no, don't get into the shoveling part.
Because if you go to Zeta, when you go to Zeta, and then the workers that go in there, if you take out ice, they have to put on a big jacket when they go in there.
Oh yes.
And that no kind of temperature like what it snowed, let go to the US, right?
That's exactly right. Aquí está, buenos días a todos, aquí les va el reporte del estado del tiempo para hoy, jueves el 5 de diciembre y ante todo, si estás cumpliendo años hoy te deseo muchas felicidades. Hoy tenemos buen tiempo sobre el país de Belice. Para las siguientes 24 horas estará soleado hoy durante el curso del día, parcialmente nublado por la noche y hasta momentos cuando queda completamente claro en la noche. Si es que tenemos chubascos aislados sobre el sur. Los vientos este-noreste, 5 a 15 minutos el estado del mar. Hay momentos cuando el mar queda casi como un espejo, casi inmóvil. Estos son unos días. Una chapadita pero mínima. Temperaturas por la costa 84 con una máxima, 77 con una mínima, en el interior 86, 68 y por las colinas 76, 64. ¿Qué se espera para mañana viernes y viernes por la noche? Es condiciones similares. Una marea baja a las 11:27, una alta a las 5:16, una otra baja mañana a las medianoche con 2 minutos y otra alta a las 5:20 minutos, mañana temprano también. El sol salió hoy a las 6:09, el sol se oculta a las 5:17 y la luna también sale a la 1:09 minutos por la tarde y se oculta a la 1:19 minutos mañana por la madrugada. Muchas gracias Michelle Smith por esa información. Las 7:26. Vamos a una pausa.
Yes.
Luego de reconocer a nuestros patrocinadores, German Vega Sons, Vega Imports, Vega Distributors. A propósito, recuerden de que tenemos una programación especial para ustedes desde el 19 hasta el 24. Recuerden esto. Programación y con muchos regalos de parte de la familia Vega.
Also, yeah, go ahead.
A&R's, Vega Imports, Vega Distributors, como dije, Government of Belize Information Service and Belize Tourist Board, Gillette's Meat Shop. ¿Eso es todo? Sí. Ok, vamos a una pausa con los 7:27 y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios. Vamos a la pausa.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, rush runs, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The soup not got no taste. I can't even feed it to my dog. It needs no salt. And I have no salt. I I don't have no money. I wonder when this man I get paid. John! 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 I hope you know that down the street they played no bad picnic.
Mom, you know what? I just came from Miss Mary's house and she said she was renting her extra room on air something.
It's Airbnb, John. Didn't you listen to the BTB? Did you know it ad last week on television?
Okay, Mom, Airbnb. But still, we have an extra room and we could rent for extra cash for my new school books.
That's a good idea, John. We'd have to first register it with the BTB. But I don't have time for that right now. I need salt.
But babe, you know something? John is right, we need money, but we need to get it the correct way, so we need to register the room. I wish I know about this before. Let's go, son. Let's go register the room one time at BTV.
But I need some salt. John! 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 2 of a kind.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Una mañana preciosa aquí en Orange Walk, 7:35, las 7:35, con temperatura bastante fresca y ni siquiera quieres salir de tu cama hoy por la mañana, ni siquiera quieres salir. Pero tenemos que, cuando salí como las 6:15, pensé que tengo que regresar a conseguirme un abrigo, pero ya en un ratito ya sale el sol y queda caliente. Ya luego te quedas como tonto con un abrigo en tu mano.
Yeah. Mr. Martinez,
¿Dónde está mi abrigo?
Mr. Martinez, we're in the month of December. And this month is a time when many people start getting ready for celebration. A lot of people have big time parties. A lot of people get married in December. A lot of people celebrate the anniversary. A lot of people get ready for this big greeter for bringing the new year. So a lot of people are concentrating in bringing things from over the border. And lots of people are looking to bringing them in the country illegally in the form of contraband. And this is a time of the year when the Department of Customs realize these activities and they tighten up.
That's exactly right.
And this year is no exception because they started their operation already.
That's exactly right.
So people who are thinking along these lines, you need to be careful. And anytime you go to Botes and you bring anything, if you go to Cocoyol, if you go to Obregon, wherever you go, if you bring 1 pound of sugar, it is illegal. Even if you are bringing something that is exempted from paying duty, it's illegal because that is not a legal port of entry.
Correct.
And one time these things and customs stop us, people say, man, never a chance, man, I may just go and leave sack of flour and that for my own use. Yo solo traía 2 soft drinks para mi niñito y lo sacaron y me trataron mal, me quería cobrar. But maybe we don't realize that it is not a legal port of entry and not a legal port for bringing in goods.
La gente lo sabe.
¿Crees?
La gente lo sabe. La gente sabe eso, pero siempre está dispuesto a tomar el riesgo. Porque ya es parte de la vida de Orange Walk, el contrabando. Mucha gente se ha acostumbrado a traer picoca, a traer bueno, de todo, verdura, papa, cebolla, lo que se den cuenta que pueda venderse aquí en Belice. Porque es una oportunidad de hacer unos cuantos centavos en él. Digo centavos porque no te queda mucho dinero. Bueno, y la cosa es, como tú dijiste, el riesgo. Yo no lo haría, jamás lo haría. ¿Por qué? No es porque no tengo necesidad de hacerlo. Pero yo digo, si es que yo voy a estar yendo y corro el riesgo de que me tomen toda mi inversión, pues está jodido. Yo también me estaría madre. Así que yo iría a Chetumal a comprarlo. Si es que le puedo pasar sin tener que pagar impuestos, bien. Pero no corro el riesgo de que me lo quiten. Voy a ver quién me puede vender el producto a un precio barato. Pues, ok, yo te lo digo, esto es lo que yo haría. Pero la gente les gusta traer, ¿qué? Yogurt Lala, que refrescos, hasta lo prohibido. Lo que no pueden pasar por Coros Chetumal, por aquí la frontera, porque eso es prohibido.
You need permit for that?
Necesitas permiso para eso. Pero ahí en botes, pues, ya sabes de qué.
Free flow.
El cayuco trae toda madre. ¿Qué sucede? Pues por esa libertad de poder traerte, ir a la tienda y comprar tu jamón y que tu salchicha y que todo, también trabajan en contra de ti. Porque si te encuentran, porque no es una entrada legal. Puedes estar trayendo hasta lo que puedes traer sin pedo de Chetumal. Pero te lo van a quitar de todas formas, porque has entrado y salido y entrado de vuelta a tu país a través de un puerto ilegal. Eso es el punto. Y no solo Belice es un esfuerzo beliceño, sino también un esfuerzo de los mexicanos.
Pero podemos...
Mucha gente diría, al mexicano ni le importa, hasta nos ayudan a meter la carga.
Pero los mexicanos que van al Free Zone, Emmanuel, ellos tienen que pagar su impuesto en México cuando están entrando.
Pero eso es la gente mexicana que te está ayudando. Si fueran la aduana mexicana, estuvieran parándote.
Oh, sí.
La gente no entiende eso. Pero yo te voy a hacer decir algo. No obstante que estemos pidiendo a la gente que no pierda su dinero, no pierda su tiempo yendo a botes a correr el riesgo de que vas a perder. ¿Tú sabes cuántas veces Customs se trae tantas cosas que me da pena por la persona?
You're losing.
Porque estás perdiendo casi perfumes y productos ahí que al final del día, no que sea ese producto ilegal, pero tienes que pagar una cantidad fuerte de impuestos y corres el riesgo de que te lo confisquen y no lo consigues de vuelta. Así que tu inversión que hiciste de $2,000 que fuiste guardando por 2 meses para ir a botes a comprar
Stock up.
que shampoo y que cositas, aunque no sea ilegal traerlo, te lo van a confiscar porque es ilegal que tú has entrado y tú has salido del país.
Y depende de la cantidad, vas a tener que ir al corte también.
Y aparte del hecho de que, ¿quién crees que pagan los impuestos para las calles, para las carreteras? ¿Quién crees que al final del día, cada día, yo me asombro a veces cuando yo estoy en Belice en aduanas y yo veo como las casas de importación, ¿Cuánto impuesto pagan diario? Una compañía como Santiago Castillo Limited y James Brody y que Price Premier Products
E&R.
y E&R y otras compañías
Ellos pagan sus impuestos.
pagan impuestos fuertemente. Y te voy a decir algo. Cuando entonces sucede de que ellos están pagando sus impuestos fuerte bien y resulta de que tienen competencia de los contrabandistas, ¿qué van a hacer? ¿Qué tú harías si tú fueras ENR, si tú fueras Santiago Castillo? ¿Te quejarías con el gobierno? Me están matando las personas que hacen contrabando. Yo creo que todos tenemos el derecho de sobrevivir, de luchar, de hacer lo que queramos. Todos. Pero hay que escogerlo. Hay que escoger en qué los vamos a meter. Yo nunca me metería en contrabando porque por el riesgo que llevo de perder mi inversión.
Yeah, true.
Si fuera que no llevara riesgo, quizás me lo hago también. Yo soy así de plano. Pero por el riesgo de perder mis cosas, eso es lo que no me gustaría. Y al final del día las compañías, las importadoras se quejan del gobierno. ¿Y qué crees que el gobierno va a hacer? Les va a hacer caso a ellos, porque ellos son los que ponen impuestos.
They are the authorities.
Ellos son los que ponen impuestos, los que pagan impuestos y lo pagan en todo de cientos de miles de dólares a diario. A diario.
Y
tú evadiendo impuestos en la frontera y quieres tener los mismos derechos como todos los demás.
Ellos son los
No
unos
puede
que
suceder.
esos son los unos que cobran Don Martínez, pero hay un libro de los diferentes impuestos que paga diferentes cosas y ese es un libro del gobierno. Entonces cuando el custom te está cobrando algo, él va por ese libro que dice pues tanto para tanto cosas. No, él no está poniendo el precio que él te va a pagar. Because somebody said what Texas said, but when we come in from Chetomal, they charge us too much. It depends on what you're bringing.
Well, it depends on what you're bringing because everything is governed by what is called a Brussels import duty structure. There's a book about this thing that tells you that if you bring in sealants, it will cost you 5% duty. If you bring in auto parts, you should be paying 30% duty. If you pay anything out of rubber, it should be 20% duty. If you bring furniture, it should be 25% duty. If you bring in other stuff like air fresheners and so forth, it should be 50% duty plus 25% revenue. I'm sorry, I did this as a living for 25 years.
So it's not just because somebody has said,
there's a structure.
They come back and say, man, I tell the customer I pay, I spend $300 and they charge me so much, but it's not only $300 that you spend, it's on the items that has different import.
And in some cases, you're lucky they make you pass through because in that $300 you had stuff that you're not supposed to bring, and which includes vegetables. You're not supposed to bring in vegetables. Ham, you're not supposed to bring in ham. Bacon, you're not supposed, because at the end of the sorry.
You're not supposed to
We
bring
have to protect our own.
No type of meat, sir.
You have to protect our own. We produce our own.
Yeah.
I accept that sometimes you would like to not pay the price because sometimes you feel that they're getting the best of you. I agree with you. I like that. I agree with you. But let me be honest with you. Look around. There's a lot. Ahí están esos muchachos campos que venden buen jamón por tira y barato. And their and their bacon is excellent. You don't have to go to Chetman and go buy it. You know how much people buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, you go out there too.
You go out there too. I
That
don't know if there sells it
Yes,
retail.
man. Yes, man.
But he's already packaged.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
already packaged.
But you see, Mr. Martinez, even you imagine how much a company like Boeing and Boeing, when it comes to taxes, how much they are contributing to the country, how many employees they have there, and when you bring in one bottle of big cola or whatever you bring, then you are shorting out that company of what they are paying, and at the same time they are sell less, so the country will gain less when it comes to them paying their taxes.
And I'll be honest with you. I agree 100%. But I think that
you see what happened, Pa? Belize got a small population. If Belize may have a bigger population and these persons were selling in higher volumes, the prices will be less. That's why in Mexico you get things cheap, because they have big populations, they have big turnovers.
another thing is that you see the vegetables in the shelves in Mexico, and you go like, pero cómo pueden vender tan barato? And because they're subsidized by government. In the States, they subsidize it as well. The government pays the farmer so much for that product, and subsidizes all of these things. But we don't have that here. We're not wealthy enough as a country. So, you know, in other countries, the government helps them put in irrigation systems free of charge, and does this and puts the other. I said, tell you what, this is reform agraria and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Part of the new system, but because they are flowing with money, but well, we not flow with money.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a different thing. We have to understand.
Yeah. Okay, we have a call. The Flying Saucers coming. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Keke.
Good morning, sister.
Why?
Yes, man, morning.
All right. Dave, so when you go back to prison now, you're not got no rights, can then you take your body back there.
Well, because some boy said don't go to Ramada. No touch with you.
Why? Now when you go on now, so well, I'm not going to jail, Keke, I stop the trouble.
Well, then people have to behave good. Don't touch the judge. I tell you, going to Ramada. Morning, sister.
Morning, Dave.
How things?
They're right at the struggle, just like me and you.
Yes, girl. I see Queenie and they look beautiful, man.
Yes, man.
You got the right name, Queenie.
Tell me some Martinez morning for me.
Morning, darling. The rest of the day, listen to you. So how's...
I don't want to take my body.
Thank you very much, Miss Cynthia.
Have a lovely day, Miss Cynthia.
Yeah, Miss Cynthia, they carry on break, boy. Folks, we will take a break. The time now is exactly 9 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We take a short break and we'll be back after these fine messages.
We'll be right back.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el... ¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. First and question of the day. What you the letter here?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
No, man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
So all of that? Well,
Now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's that. 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Carazal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Shunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, home in. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass, 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartaneja and Copperbank, and part of Progreso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Sí, podemos ganar el cuarto, el quinto, el sexto. Yes, we can continue to win. Sí, podemos seguir ganando. All our highways, north, south, east, and west, have been reconstructed or are being reconstructed. The Philip Wilson Highway, the George Price Highway, the Hummingbird Highway, the Southern Highway are all receiving upgrades thanks to our United Democratic Party. We have built schools, classrooms, health centers, clinics, football stadiums, multi-purpose centers like this magnificent one that we occupy here today. Es un nuevo día para el UDP. Un nuevo día para Belize.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Son exactamente las 8 de la mañana. Un gran gusto estar en su compañía hoy por la mañana. Muchas gracias. Estamos en vivo, en directo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí en la Avenida San Lorenzo. Y muchas gracias por su audiencia. Muchas gracias por permitirnos entrar hasta sus hogares. Aquel día, ¿cuándo fue? ¿Ayer? ¿Antier? Voy a regresar a hablar en inglés, perdón. Inicialmente en inglés y luego lo explicamos en español. ¿Sí?
Muy bien.
Tenemos un compromiso con nuestra gente para hablar en lenguaje que ellos entienden. No me hace nada, absolutamente. No me cuesta nada traducirlo y al traducirlo me aseguro de que las personas que dicen que no entienden inglés, pues pueden entenderlo en español. Aquel día, the other day we were left with
a little doubt.
We were left with a doubt as to exactly what was going on with the importation of butane. And as a matter of fact, and I was coming in the taxi this morning, and the taxi driver reminded me of my promise to look into the situation. I did not know that yesterday the sitting of the House was precisely for that.
Yeah.
And the sitting of the House was very simply to set the price firmly of the butane and to create an SI.
Try and knock down the monopoly.
Right. Where people who are trying to to break away from the decided prices, those will no longer be permitted. In other words, you have to stick to the price. And let's see what government
and when I talk about stick to the price, it's not only the higher prices, you have a threshold.
That's exactly
And that is what is happening. The big one, they want to knock out the small one there.
Exactly.
And the Prime Minister went as far as saying that one time the butane distributors in the country went to see him, he says some of them are almost in tears, saying that they are looking to lose their business. And he alluded to that, the Prime Minister alluded to also that there are people that bring down the price for the price when they sell it for. At one point, they want to lose. Mm-hmm. They want to lose, but just to try to squeeze out the small man.
Right, exactly. What happens is that the other day when I failed to understand what was going on, I did not get the picture of it. It turns out, ladies and gentlemen, that the major importers are also the major retailers.
Right.
Zeta Gas and whatever.
Southern Choice.
Southern Choice and
whoever they
are the ones who import. And they're also the one who retail. So they're making big money out of it.
Yep.
I mean, there is no wholesale involved in that thing. So you are left with the distributors who buy from these companies, who try to compete with the very same retailer, but the retailer has an edge because they are the retailers. And so what they do is they say, no, buy from here, I got a better price. And it's creating a big problem. It is causing a problem because, like you said, some people are up to the point of losing their businesses. They have made loans, they have made
investment?
In lots of investments. Here in Orange Walk, in Billy City, in Corozal, in San Ignacio, because what they do is they sell butane gas. They're not importers, but they sell butane gas. But they can't compete anymore with the big guys because the big guys are also retailers.
Yeah, and price control is not only for high prices, it's for low prices as well. Just like
so
how
they
they have
put
the
a high control price for a maximum and a minimum.
Yeah, just like how they have fuel. If the fuel at Shell is 1044, at Plus Gas is supposed to be 1044. It can't be 1040. Yeah. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Aha, check it.
Yes, Miss Cynthia.
Check with your technician there because this station they get trouble and it's crumble and that's our insult because I can't listen to my program.
Oh, so you got antenna, Joe?
Yes.
All right,
But I'm looking at it right now through the antenna and it's not.
Just try shift up your antenna a little bit, Miss Cynthia, but we'll look into it, all right?
Okay, Vince, thank you.
Yeah, this lady, serious boy program. So, yeah, well, just try shift your antenna a little bit because the channel 10 is on good right now. She's on air.
Cynthia, I watch the program through
The on
right
air.
now through the on air. We have television sets in front of us to show us. There's the one, and it's very stable. It's showing perfect.
So all she need to do is to do a little
All
adjustment
you
to the
need
antenna.
to do is to shift your antenna because the one here is not jumping. Is very stable.
And she's close to us.
They're right there, Carmelita.
No, man, Cynthia, they're right back here by where Albert live.
Okay, all right, Albert.
They're close to it. So, Pa, when you're going back to this thing now, like you were saying, the regulated price is for the maximum and the minimum. So let's hit that story there.
There was a special sitting of the House of Representatives yesterday in Belmopan, and one of the main pieces of business was the passage of a supplies control amendment bill to put a hard ceiling on the floor on the price of butane or LPG gas. In other words, what the maximum you can sell it for and the minimum you can sell it for. Very simple. As we told you a couple of days ago, the price was firmly fixed to try to deter, to try to avoid a practice which is known as predatory pricing. I just explained that. The importer decides he is going to sell his gas, retail it for much cheaper. Mind you, the importer sells to the distributors, to the people who sell butane gas who are not importers. But the importer says, I can make more money if I go in and I retail it rather than just wholesale it. So he does that and he boycotts all of the distributors and he sells it direct to his company who retails it, and he retails it at a much cheaper price than what these four people can do it for.
Yeah, because maybe the prices what he may give them ones they can't sell it as cheap as what he sell it for because he's an importer.
Exactly. So it turns out that these people who are distributors of butane are saying, but this is unfair competition. Where you have the same importer selling it, retailing it for much lower than what we sell it for is not right. Is not right.
And it's against the law too?
And it's against the law. So now, like I told you, that's called predatory pricing. And government introduced a law yesterday, to make it illegal. As I expected, the PUP said that Belizeans would rather lower prices to price controls. But here first is the government's explanation of why it became necessary to restrain the butane cartel, a group of companies all owned by one Mexican family. They were controlling the butane altogether by one Mexican family. This is Honorable Tracy Tega Panton, Minister of State trade, on whose portfolio
Yeah.
this falls directly.
This minister, they stand up strong, boy.
They are now selling at below the acquisition cost. Up. You understand that? Below the acquisition cost. And they are undercutting and undermining the retail sector. We have made a decision as a government, having listened very keenly to the retailers, that we have decided that we will ensure by whatever measure we can that they will respect the pricing scheme that is enshrined by law in this country. That they will respect the laws of the country, and that they fail to do so, they will be penalized based on the new amendments that are outlined in this regulation. Okay. It's very simple. We found out that most of the butane that comes in is owned by a Mexican company, by one Mexican family. So they want to control the whole thing. So they decide to tell you what, we're not going to sell it to the same price we're going to have a wholesale price. We're going to sell to these distributors, but we are going to also go into the retail business, and we will retail it at a much cheaper price than what they can sell it for, so that they can get the business. It's called predatory pricing. That's what I just explained. Now, that has become illegal. I'm glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. Honorable Rodwell Ferguson said, now the government will control the price of liquor and gas, I think at $4.50 per gallon, while there were some suppliers selling below $4.50. That was of the best interest of the poor people. Well, you have to look at it both ways, Mr. Rodwell. I mean, first of all, a government is supposed to put in order into a country. First of all, that's their job, to put in order. And sometimes it doesn't work that well. Honorable John Briceño, Honorable Cordell Hyde talking, and then the right Honorable Dean Barrow comes in his legendary speech. He said they would decided that they would take a loss. Talking about the Mexican companies.
What did they say? They what?
Decided that they would take a loss.
They decided?
The importers of the butane were selling at even cheaper than what it was costing them. In other words, trying to deter.
Okay, I get you. But when that happened, you say, Manuel, when that happened, like what Radwell said, when that happened, it might sound good to people that then they get it cheaper, but they don't realize the other body that is going down.
Well, they don't mean get it cheaper forever.
No.
Because they were trying to create a monopoly.
So when they knock
this
out
is the reason
people,
why. After they knock out these people, you think the price will stay at $4.25? No, sir. They were going to become a monopoly because that's what they want to do. They want to kill out the competition and say, hey, guys, now we want back again, so we could raise the price to $5 if we want, or $5.25. They don't take the licking, no, we don't, and then they will raise the price, and you'll have to buy it at whatever price they want. Government is coming in to control that. That does not happen.
Yeah,
you understand?
And
this is a good thing.
Let me hear the PM.
It says they decided that they would take a loss, the Mexican companies. Why? Capitalists are rational. That doesn't seem rational, taking a loss. The whole idea is to drive all the local retailers out of business. That's what I just said. Drive them out of business para que se queden desanimados, for them to be discouraged and say, we can't compete with this man, so we can get out of this business.
Y cuando ellos están afuera, la otra compañía que quiera puede subir los precios.
Gracias. Es natural. ¿Me entiendes? Pueden subir sus precios al precio que ellos quieran. So when we met with those 25 retailers, some of them were next to Tez, yes. And the predatory pricing have been in effect for maybe a week or so already, and there were people saying we have our loyal customers, but they can't fool with us because we have not been able to sell one tank of gas because of what the Mexican mafia, maybe I shouldn't say that, because of what this family monopoly is doing. Then when every one of the 25 plus Belizean retailers would have been driven out of business, when they came to us, some of them were on the point of shutting down. What do you think that the people who control everything would have done? They would have then taken it up 3, 4, 5, exactly what I've just said. After they don't drive the people out of business, now who you think will catch the licking? Not the people, because what happened is that the same company, the butane company, was going to say by, hey, that we want now, we're the only supplier.
We control.
So we control, so they're going to carry up the prices 2 or 3 times, 3 or 4 times. So government tell them, hold up, you can't do that. Not in my country. You cannot do that. So I'm glad that Dean Barrow stepped in.
Yes, man, that's a government at work, Mr.
As
Martinez.
a government at work.
Looking after the people.
And I'm surprised that the POP is taking a stand against it, because at the end of the day, I think that they don't, I think that they damn well understand what's going on. It's just that then they play the fool and saying that the people benefit at lower price. But we already established that lower price was going to lead to a much higher price eventually after they're done. I mean, that fool they talk, but I'm not fool they listen.
A lot of people will be out of business, out of work, their investment
So
going
many
down the drain.
people. Let's put this way. Para que lo entiendan bien. I am the importer of gas. Chucky is a distributor.
So I have to buy for you.
So you have to buy your gas from me. So every day, 2 days, you send one tank of Belize and you get one price. So Chucky says, this is all right, boy, we're doing good. But then I decide, me greedy man, decide, Chucky, they make too much business. I want to give him competition. Listen well. So I then decide to step in and get one the cat and get one the vehicle and go in and compete against my own customer. And then rather Chucky they sell for $4.50 and I sell it for $4.25. Either the importer, man, I could sell it. I could sell it at the point where even if I lose,
just to get me out.
Just to get Chucky out. So if I get Chucky out, then you think I will still sell it for $4.25? I'd be a fool. You think I will sell it for $4.50? I would be a fool as well.
When I could still
I
buy
will
for
carry
you.
it up to $4.75 or $5. Because either the only one where they sell, or you have to buy from me. I don't drive Chucky out of business. You understand it?
And
it's a system called predatory pricing.
We have persons who are understanding what the government is doing, because we have a text here that is saying right here, if we the Belizean people left ourselves, it's going to be like the Chinese shop. They're taking out the small shops out of business.
Exactly. Exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. You read it because it's same comparison, the same kind of situation.
But you say the government never stopped there. This minister.
If you think that you are going gently into that good night, think again, because we are preparing for war and we're making sure that we have a proper arsenal and we have proper armory, proper set of weaponry so that we can grab the knife here. I'm sorry, we would messed up a whole thing. Some of them were. When you think that the people who controls would have done, they would have taken it up 3-4 times above the market thing, and that when it is the minister's duty to do, when the minister would have said to them, no, you can't sell it, then they would cut you off, then they will not.
No butane.
They have done it before. So I think when you say, you can't raise the price to if they tell me, I don't drive out, check out a business, and I say, I want to carry it up to $5, And then the government should tell me, you can't carry that up to $5, you crazy? And you know what I do? I stop import butane. Until the government say, all right, you can sell for $5, but how are you going to import the butane?
Yeah. People
You got tricks that they play.
Yeah.
So government has gone aside to implement one strategy to avoid me from driving check out a business. So I will stay on my own, checking one safe on the one, and I can go in and sidetrack checking and sell my product for cheaper. Even though at the end of the day, initially, the customer will be saving, but eventually, yeah.
Yep.
You understand it?
So I would like to commend Minister Tracy Panton for taking up this all the way to the House of Representatives, because it's thinking about the people.
Of course.
You know,
of course.
And you know,
of course.
You know, she is a minister. She always look after the goodness of the people.
This bill is a kind of companion piece or an extension to a statutory instrument, which is being passed, which will SI, which is being passed, which SI will give the supplies control people power to seize the stock of those importers if they play the fool and not follow the law and keep threatening us about cutting us off. This is a comprehensive effort, a comprehensive initiative on the part of this government to make sure that this predatory pricing will not continue, that they will not drive our supplies out of the market. If you think that they're going gently into that good night, think again, because we're preparing for war. Mr. Leader, you go talk to those 26 retailers who are on the verge of tears. And he is making a reference to John Britannia there, because he said, you, Mr. Leader, you go talk to the people who are on the verge of tears. And by the way, a lot of them were PUP. Who are saying we are being driven out of business. And they would have exited the business so that they will have to try to start up 6 months from now when a national gas company starts. So again, sometimes we like throw what you call it, porque cuando nos conviene. El gobierno está quitándole el derecho de que la compañía importadora venda el butano más barato. No es nada así.
Well, right now we see the government standing up for the people.
No es nada así. Simplemente, can I take a break and then go back and say it in Spanish?
You will have to go up and break before we do that, though.
Yes,
but,
that's right.
What we are seeing here, Mr. Martinez, is that what the government is doing, we are seeing it clearly that the government is looking at the interests of the people. And I must commend these retailers that went to the government and take their problem, their situation to the government, and I will tell them not to give up. Stay on it, because as we see that what happened yesterday, the government is on your side and on the side of the people. Someone says, what's the price of the gallon of butane from the new company? I'm not sure if there's a new company, but the National Butane Company will be coming in very shortly.
This is the National Gas Company.
Yeah, but we got some more texts, but we will read those after we come back.
When we come back, then entonces we'll be speaking in Spanish and explaining this in its totality so that you can understand. Lo vamos a estar explicando en español tan pronto regresemos de la pausa y en detalle para que ustedes lo puedan entender exactamente bien. Porque algunos de los políticos están jugando con la mente de la gente. Pero cuando se les explica tal y como es, ya lo captas, te das cuenta de que, no va así. Vamos a una pausa.
Yes, come in. Why, Sean?
Joe.
Long time no see. How is everything?
Everything is good, man. What's the latest with you?
Man, everything is good. Business is flowing. I can't complain. As a matter of fact, I'm working on a new project. Thank God you're here. Let me show you the plans. All right? These are the plans for my 5-bedroom, fully furnished apartment complex. When I tell you fully furnished, AC, hot and cold, Wi-Fi, you name it, I have it. Right? And I want to market this on Airbnb.
All sounds nice, but have you started your paperwork already?
Which paperwork?
Joe, don't tell me you don't know. For you to market or rent any type of rooms, you have to register with the BTB, bro. It's in the law book.
Wow, really, Sean? I never know that. You know what? I finished all of my work for today. Make we go to BTB one time, go deal with this paperwork, and then after that, go take on Lee one too.
All right, cause I thirsty, but make we go to BTB first.
Make we go.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such a room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
The Philip Goldson Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goldson International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The Government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how are you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm gonna do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit on park Google mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, the register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such a room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans. More for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward.
Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Ya son como nada las 8:28 minutos. Aquí con el señor Robert Chequi Osha. Muy buenos días a todos. Durante este segmento vamos a explicar en su totalidad lo que sucede con el precio de gas butano. Ayer hubo una junta de la Casa de Representantes para tratar de poner controles para evitar algo que pudo haber sido bastante dañino a la economía beliceña y a la gente beliceña. ¿Qué estaba sucediendo? Vamos a ponerlo en picture para que ustedes lo entiendan exactamente qué es lo que sucedía y por qué es de que por comprar un precio menos inicialmente pudo haber sido mal para la gente beliceña. ¿Pero qué estoy hablando yo? Los importadores de gas butano o las representaciones son adueñados por una compañía mexicana. Todos son controlados por una familia mexicana que hace bastante negocio vendiéndole gas butano a Belice. Estas compañías han estado en negocio por muchos años y ahora han estado haciendo algo que no es correcto. ¿Qué sucede? Ellos como importadores deben de venderle a los distribuidores, aquellos que andan vendiendo en su carretita. ¿Ok? Así que el importador en grande, el que trae las camionadas, le vende al distribuidor. ¿Ok? Y hay 23 o 27 que ahorita se estaban quejando, que estos importadores, los importadores le venden a los distribuidores en los distritos, y entonces estos distribuidores te venden a ustedes. No hay ningún pedo con eso, no hay ningún problema con eso. Ahora el importador estaba haciendo algo que no se calcula que no está bien. Estaba tratando de venderle a los distribuidores y venderle directamente al cliente. Y en muchos casos a un precio reducido. Pero la gente dice, pues, eso está bueno, estamos comprando directamente del importador, está mucho más barato, $4.25, está muy bien, pero no caigas en la trampa, que es una trampa, porque tú crees que lo van a vender a costo y perder dinero. No, lo que ellos querían hacer era sacar del picture, sacar que estos individuos, los distribuidores en los distritos, sacarlos del negocio, para que eventualmente la compañía mexicana importadora pueda controlar tanto el mayoreo como el menudeo Y entonces, ya luego que hayan sacado a los beliceños, la compañía se sienta y dice, aquí estoy yo. Ahora es un monopolio y yo le puedo poner el precio que yo quiera a esta cosa. Es simple. El gobierno dijo, ya leímos tus intenciones. Al final del día nos estás jugando con precios baratos ahorita. Nos estás vendiendo a un precio cuando sé que estás perdiendo. Costo estás vendiendo tu gas para tratar de desanimar a estos distribuidores que en realidad se fueron a quejar al primer ministro y dijeron, primer ministro, nosotros tenemos inversiones. Me imagino que ustedes sabrán quiénes todos son los distribuidores. Tenemos inversiones, hicimos préstamo en Scotiabank o donde sea para poner este lugar porque hay negocio en ello. Podemos hacer retail, gas butano.
Tengo trabajadores.
Pero la compañía importadora está metiéndose ahora en nuestro negocio. Y estabas vendiendo más barato que nosotros. Nosotros no podemos competir con ellos. Ellos son los importadores. Así que eso es competencia injusta. Hay un nombre para ello. ¿Ok? Y les quiero decir, se llama predatory pricing. Es más, el predator eats up the small one. And it eats up and so forth and so forth and so forth in the game in the world of predators. Okay, so that's the connotation. You eat up the small one. Eventually, then you become the only one. Que eventualmente quedas el único y dices, ja ja ja, yo soy el único ahora. Yo puedo poner el precio que yo quiera. Porque el monopolio mexicano entonces diría, ¿ves? Ya te engatusaron, ya te vendieron el 4.25, pero el 4.25 no va a durar. Ya luego que han sacado al precio el negocio a tal y tal beliceño, y a tal y tal beliceño, y a tal y tal beliceño. Eso es el plan. Eso era el plan. Y entonces te van subiendo el precio de 4.25 a 4.75, a $5, a 5.25. Y entonces el gobierno dice, bueno, no puedes subir el precio del gas tanto así. ¿Y sabes qué han hecho? En muchos instantes han bloqueado porque es una mafia, han bloqueado la importación de gas butano. Hasta que eventualmente el gobierno está en sus rodillas y dice, necesitamos gas aquí para la gente. La gente necesita gas. Vamos a platicar. Eso se llama controlando un mercado. Esas compañías son grandes, son poderosas. Y nosotros, un país tan pequeño, somos vulnerables. Pero esa es la situación. El gobierno ha puesto una ley diciendo, si lo tienes que vender a 4.75, lo tienes que vender a 4.75. Lo máximo que te puedo ofrecerte, lo mínimo que puedes venderlo es a tal y tal. Lo máximo lo que puedes vender a tal y tal. Vendiéndolo a cualquier otro precio que indique que estás tratando de desanimar a tus propios compradores de comprar de ti. Estás entrando al mercado de menudeo y vendiendo menos de lo que tus distribuidores venden, entonces no te lo voy a permitir, vas a llevar una multa fuerte y vas a ir a la cárcel. Eso es lo que han puesto. Y esto es obviamente para prevenir lo que pudo haber sucedido luego, que es un monopolio de la compañía mexicana y un alce de precio a eventualmente no sé cuántos dólares. Ellos querían controlar el mercado y sacar a los beliceños y concentrarse y decir, ajá, esto es nuestro territorio. Aquí nosotros le ponemos el precio que queramos. Así que el gobierno beliceño ya los puso en check, ya los puso en control y dice, no, este es mi ¿cómo se llama? Pero el PUP está jugando juegos con la gente, a la mente de la gente, diciéndole a la gente, pero ¿por qué no permites que el hombre lo venda más barato? Al final, la gente lo consigue el beneficio del precio. Es una táctica que están usando. Ya entendiste que es una táctica, porque al final del día no te están diciendo de que ese mismo precio bajo, tú vas y le compras al precio barato de 4.25, es lo que causaría que maten a los distribuidores y eventualmente el precio sube a $5. Vamos a tomar la llamada.
Buenos días. Good morning.
Good morning.
Buenos
I have a question. Don't you think competition is good for the public?
Competition
If you have a monopoly, then it's no good. Because, take for instance, when BTL was by itself. BTL used to put the drug price at 100 on tariff, then came Smart, and a competition started. One started to give so much free minutes, the other one started to give. So I think competition is very healthy.
Well, that's exactly what this SI wants to avoid, having monopolies, especially Mexican.
Listen to me. If a gas company was selling a gas at $5, another one is selling at $4.75, another one is selling at $4.50. So that's good competition.
But it's the importers.
Don't you think so?
It depends on who does it, sir.
I'm a consumer of LPG. If you go to Belize gases, because they claim they have the better gas, so much propane, so much butane, they sell it for a higher price. Then you go to Zeta, right, and they sell it for a different price. Then you go to the other competitor, and it's a different price. Now the government is monopolizing this, and you cannot sell more than 85.
Is it monopolizing?
No, it's not monopolizing it, sir.
But you can sell for more than 480. So that's a monopoly.
No, it's not. It's not. You're not understanding. Okay, I'll permit you to talk, sir, and then I will ask you to listen to me
go ahead.
It is precisely what it's doing is not monopolizing, but it's controlling the prices because each one of those importers has a plan, and that is to become a monopoly. Each one of those importers, well, they're owned by one Mexican family, okay? And they want to control the Belizean market. That's what they want to do. So what they want to do is to get rid of those distributors. And they want to go from importer to retailer.
We're at square one because here in Belize, it's only one group of people import too. So it is the same difference. 6.5 dozen.
Well, the way it is structured is.
Listen to me. The only thing is that when the gases were coming in, different wholesalers are selling. So every person has a different price. But right now, you're telling me a Mexican family are trying to control this thing. But I start to be corrected. But I think some gases are coming from across Guatemala and Honduras too. So don't come and tell me it's a Mexican family. You have more than one importer. Right now we have one importer who will monopolize this. They will import it. It's just like you're saying that a Mexican family wants to control the market. Right now only one set of importers are controlling the market. So there's no competition and there's no benefit for the public. So that's why we stand. It's a monopoly. Thank you very much.
I have somebody was sending a text here, but I just want this person to know that we have our time when we can read these texts, so we don't have to swallow your text. Anytime you send text, we always read the text, right? So make we run things smooth like how we usually run it, right? This person about the government of Belize promised the people that cost of living will be going down. All right, I always read your text, all right? So we're not swallow it, but make we go smooth and you continue sending your text and we are read it, right?
And that's a commitment that the government has done. I think that I explained it well. And if you don't understand it, it's because you don't want to understand it. I think that I've been very articulate and very clear and to the point. Haven't I?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Good. I'm not telling you that they're the only importers are Mexicans. Of course, there are people come tomorrow. But every single company that sells always worries about market share. If you don't know about that, go into your books and read it. They want to increase their sales and increase their sales and increase their sales and their presence in the country. That's how they grow. Eventually, they would want to be the only supplier of butane gas into a country. And then that would give them an opportunity to monopolize the price, the supply and the price. Anybody who goes through economics 301 and 302 knows that and knows the effects of that. I'm hoping you did. That's exactly what we're trying to avoid, because this scenario was such that it was conducive to creating monopolies. And that's exactly what the government is trying to avoid, for God's sake, by putting in this structure. So the importer does not meddle with retail. The importer's job is very simply to import and distribute to the distributors. There is already a structured set of retailers who are retailing who are competing within themselves to sell to the public. But it's unfair when this big man, the importer, decides to get into the picture. You call it fair competition. I call it falling into a trap. Because the importer goes in and says, hey, make a sideline checky, make a get you out of business, because I want to get this business that Checky is doing. Checky is doing well. Hell, he sell 100,000 gallons of butane.
But then they buy for you. As
I agree they're bad. I agree they're bad. I'm very ambitious.
So when I
want to send my wife the Europe every two months.
But when I sell out there, so I make business for you because I come back and buy for you.
I am greedy.
So you want to knock me out then?
Of course I want to knock you out.
Make us take a break before you knock me out then. Folks, we have to take a break because this man gets serious. We will take a break and we'll be back with our final segment of the morning.
But do you understand what I'm trying to say? Very simple. Let's take a break when it's 9:15, and we'll be right back.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sir. Fastest question of the day. What you gonna tell you?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Our economy benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Carazal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Shunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, home in. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Sartinea and Copperbank. I'm part of Progresso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Sí, podemos ganar el cuarto, el quinto, el sexto. Yes, we can continue to win. Sí, podemos seguir ganando. All our highways, north, south, east, and west, have been reconstructed or are being reconstructed. The Philip Wilson Highway, the George Price Highway, the Hummingbird Highway, the Southern Highway are all receiving upgrades thanks to our United Democratic Party. We have built schools, classrooms, health centers, clinics, football stadiums, multi-purpose centers like this magnificent one that we occupy here today. Es un nuevo día para el UDP, un nuevo día para Belize.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta. It's 8:51. We have barely 9 minutes
Yes.
before 9 o'clock.
For me, go full up with beauty and tank.
And I think at the end of the day that all of us have a capacity to understand the reasons why this was done. If you don't understand it, because you don't want to understand it. It's very simple. Very, very simple. All government is doing with this statutory instrument is telling the importer, hey, you, Mr. Importer, you cannot compete with your own distributors and try to get them out of business. So you then become more, and then you make more money. You can't do that.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
I direct this message to to Mr. Martinez special.
Yes, darling.
All right. You remember the law? We enforce the law. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Each Belizean have the right to voice their opinion.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
All right. Good. When it comes to this beauty and business, you understand me? I need to eat and I need to spend a Merry Christmas.
That's right.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, good. This is another time for play no hanky-panky.
That's
This
right.
is time for get serious because it's a Christmas.
That's right.
Okay, good. Now, this is a business concerning behind the jail there. Why is it that they not enforce the law concerning the whipping business? I want you to answer me that before the end of this program.
Whipping business?
Yes, the lashing business.
Like they lash them man with the back there.
Why want to lash them, babe?
They need to get some whipping.
Why, man?
Because too much things they happen when no business to happen and then they not enforce the law, man.
Think like what they happened back there.
You know everything what happened, Martin. That's what
I believe that I believe this I don't know this happen, you know, babes.
Yes, but it
This
is
a long time this happen. They don't know. They only know they catch the man or the man complain. Because in all the other occasions the man shut him out because afraid that they go do it to him again. And if he complains that they will gang rape him or something. But
Yes,
most of the time they keep.
But the thing is, when you give complaint to some of them people who are in a higher position than you, because you know a low class person, they do not put no kind of attention to you.
Well, I don't know about how feeling low class should make that a difference, but I think that at the end of the day, you're treated as a prisoner, and you have to exactly that. You're treated as a prisoner, with very limited rights, and I agree with you because that's where the problem becomes very grave. That certain things are committed against you, and you have no recourse. So we'll have to speak to. I can't explain to you what's going on, but I will have to get to speak to.
I'll try to see if I can reach Mr. Murillo today.
To Mr. Murillo so that he can explain what's going on. And it depends on how long the persons have been there. I mean, if they've been there forever, well, you know that after a while. I mean, I don't want to be as blunt as saying it, but masturbation only goes a certain way.
Well, it's 5 minutes away from 9. We'd like to thank everyone who tuned in today, who listened to our conversation, and we are glad to know that most of you out there are understanding our point that we're making when it comes to the butane and other issues that we discussed right here this morning with the contraband and about the Christmas to come and people. Miss Cynthia says she want a butane, no hanky-panky, you want a butane because of Christmas and you want to enjoy fellow. You know, so thanks for tuning in. We got Channel 7 News repeating at 12 o'clock today. And also the live news at 6:30 right here on North Division, Channel 10. Shall we take this last one, Mr. Martinez?
Yes, let's take it.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
¿Puedo participar del show?
Sí, señor.
Sí.
Adelante.
Buenos días.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo está usted?
Mr. Martínez.
Dígame.
Quiero que me diga, quiero una pregunta. Hablas de importadores y de importadores. Me suena a mí que esos son beliceños. ¿Sí o no?
No necesariamente. Son las compañías, empresas de México o de otros países que tienen su presencia aquí en Belice.
Okay. ¿A quién tú les llamas distribuidores?
A las personas como Belize Gas o quien venden gas butano. No importan, pero solo distribuyen.
Ok. Ellos me imagino que fueron con el primer ministro a quejarse.
A quejarse porque las compañías importadoras están ahora metiéndose, vendiendo a un precio mucho menos de lo que el distribuidor
pero
está
no es la
vendiendo.
misma compañía con quien ellos trabajan.
Ajá,
No,
correcto.
ellos, me imagino, estos distribuidores de acá trabajan en una compañía mexicana, es lo que yo entendí.
Exacto.
Y me parece de que están entrando otras compañías que no son mexicanos, que no son, tal vez son mexicanos, pero es otra compañía. Alguien llamó que dijo que están entrando hondureños y no sé qué, no sé si es verdad eso.
En realidad se dio cuenta de que la gran mayoría de compañías mexicanas que están entrando, aunque sean de otras marcas, es posible que sea todo controlado por la mafia.
Sí, pero viene el punto allá que si son dos diferentes o tres o cuatro importadores.
Pues ese no sabemos bien claro.
No lo sabemos bien claro, pero ¿qué es su pregunta? Vamos a ver.
Mi pregunta es eso, de que el punto es eso, de que si hay el señor aquel que llamó, que dio el ejemplo de BTL y Smart, y hace sentido, porque si hay dos, tres compañías compitiendo, va a haber una competencia, y sabemos...
Ok, ya entendí su punto.
Sabemos que competencia beneficia al consumidor.
Exactamente. No estamos hablando...
El control hace que te vendan un producto inferior para aumentar sus ganancias de ellos.
Sí, pero estamos hablando aquí en este caso de no controlar, de no crear monopolios, que es lo que eventualmente controlan el precio de este producto.
Podemos explicar
Eso
también.
es lo que estamos haciendo. Se está haciendo con esto.
Pero
se
no
está
claro,
evitando
si
controlar.
yo estoy vendiendo,
¿Perdón?
Yo estoy vendiendo, tú estás vendiendo, Chequi está vendiendo.
No hay nada malo con que el importador venda también el retail, pero al precio retail.
Pero
eso es lo que se está diciendo.
Podemos ver algo aquí, Carla.
El problema, es cuando el mismo importador está vendiendo a menos de costo, a costo o a menos de costo, para tratar de sacar del negocio a aquellos belicenios que están distribuyendo.
Carla, es algo como ¿ve? Es como si BTL tiene...
Voy a colgar.
All right. Es como si BTL tiene agents acá afuera que vende credit. Y BTL está dando double up y triple up. Pero los que están vendiendo, ellos no pueden dar el double up y triple up. Solo BTL lo puede dar.
Algo similar a eso, sí.
Ese es claro, ¿right?
Eso es similar. Y creí, ¿qué es la palabra? Crié el ejemplo. Dije, yo soy el importador. Y mi trabajo es importar y revender a distribuidores, según el régimen. Me cuesta, por decir, $3 el galón de gas butano. Un decir, nomás estamos creando, por favor, los números los estoy tirando del aire. $3. Y mi trabajo es distribuir a ciertas compañías mi gas butano. Recuerden de que yo también tengo que competir con el otro importador, porque hay otro importador. ¿Ok? Ese importador también importa y vende a distribuidores. Entonces, yo le vendo a mis distribuidores, pero voy un paso más. Y ahí está el problema. Voy un paso más y decido de que yo quiero vender retail también, menudeo. Tú me estás diciendo de que eso está bueno, porque es competencia para los distribuidores. Yo te digo que estás cayendo en una trampa. Simplemente porque como yo ya luego le vendo, menudeo a $4.25 mi producto a la gente, ya desanimo a mis distribuidores que compren, porque ya no pueden competir conmigo mismo, porque yo me metí yo tengo un mejor precio.
Tú eres el gran jefe.
Yo soy el importador. Así que ya les saqué de negocio a Chequi, a quien sea, a quien Civilis Gas, ya saqué a todos. Ahora entonces es cuando yo manifiesto mis intenciones. Y esa intención es... hago gang up con el otro importador y le digo, oye, fulanito, ya tenemos controlado este mercado. Así funcionan.
Igual como ellos hablan.
Entonces le dices, vamos a subir el precio a $5. Yo lo puedo hacer.
Es igual como ellos hablan anterior de las compañías de
Ese
teléfono.
es el monopolio que estamos tratando de evitar. ¿Ok? Ese es el monopolio que estamos tratando de evitar en esa estructura. Ahora, la competencia que suceda entre los distribuidores, el distribuidor A, B, C, D, E, puede competir uno con el otro. Claro. Pero el importador, teniendo el mejor precio, no se le permite entrar. Si quiere vender, tiene que vender al mismo precio como los distribuidores. Porque es injusto que yo use la ventaja de ser importador y vender directamente al consumidor. Porque ¿qué hago con entonces esos distribuidores que también son 25, 30, que han hecho inversiones en millones de dólares? Ay, man. ¿Te gustaría que fuese tú? Que fuiste al banco y tan de repente invertiste para vender gas butano y se te fue a la nada el negocio, te fue bancarrota porque la misma compañía que a quien le comprabas te sacó de negocio.
Yeah. Well, it's time for us to go.
Ya no lo puedo explicar más claro. Es algo muy simple. Yo aplaudo eso. Que la competencia, ay Dios, la competencia siempre existe. La competencia siempre puede existir entre los distribuidores. Si aquí puede competir con quien sea, pero tiene que preocuparse de el margen se ha hecho muy chico. Y al final del día es protección para el cliente, para la estabilidad del mercado.
Yep.
Hay ciertas cosas que tienes que tener estable. Ya son las 9:05. Tenemos que salir de aquí. Bueno, muchas gracias por la audiencia. Sobre todo al equipo de producción, muchas gracias. Muchas gracias a toda nuestra audiencia que nos ve desde un punto al otro. Muchas gracias. Recordándonos que hoy jueves este show repite a las 9 de la noche. Y primero Dios estaremos aquí mañana con ustedes a la misma hora, a las 7 de la mañana. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
And I'm Robert Cheque Usher. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Hasta luego, nos vemos.
SugarCity Morning Show.